why do we preserve the traces of the past human activities? Beside this big goal of preservation for the sample of the developing history and culture of Taiwan, the most meaningful reason is that it tells us about these people were actually living with us. In other words, the prehistoric people were the residents who lived on this land much earlier than you. In this regards, wouldn't the future people think that you were just a resident who lived on this land earlier?
We are at Tamalin Site 4,000 years ago. People came to this place and settled down and formed cultural layers and then developed along the way here. In this location, the uppermost layer is the layer of modern human for sure. At its shallower place contained the layer of Daoguang period that was about 200 years ago, which evidenced the plains indigenous peoples migrated from the western plain to Puli Basin.
Tamalin Site is probably the representative prehistoric culture in Puli area. Through the excavation, we know that there had been prehistoric peoples living here. It includes 3 cultural layers. The earliest period is Niwata culture, which were the people from Western Plains, people who used cord-marked pottery. Along the east side of Wuxi River Valley, and entered Puli.
During the Tamalin culture, at that point of time, the location of Puli was crucial. It combines East and West, which features both sides of Eastern and Western prehistoric cultures. At the West side, there was a large prehistoric culture called Yingpu culture, and they were very good at making exquisite stone tools. And at the East side, there were people from Huagangshan culture. He or she would cross the Central Mountain Range, and then followed the Central Mountain Range, along the path coming to Puli, to communicate with the local people, to have an exchange. How can we perceive the East side? One of the characteristics of prehistoric cultures of the East side is that one can see the usage of the jade objects. They started frequently using the jade objects around 4,000 years ago. The main place of jade production was located in Hualien. During the process of jade trade, it started from the north or south to the western Taiwan. There's another research method indicates that the jade might be brought through the middle side, which is the Central Mountain Range, to interact with the people from the east side and to exchange to the west side. Therefore, the location of the Tamalin culture became the combination of Eastern and Western cultures.
One of the great characteristics of archaeological sites is that it is set up like a park for people to take a walk and to absorb knowledge, to obtain more information on this land, how humans interact with it. This is the most active reasoning for continuous preservation.